So, I was asked during the week what sort of mindset I have. And everything went out the window at that point. I forgot what they were talking about. But I've got a detailed mindset. I like to know the details. I like to know and plan and organise things. Now, there's a number of you that don't do that. Just rock up and see what happens and work it out at the time. I don't know how you do it. You shouldn't see how much I pack when I go camping. But I want to get down to the detail points that actually define you. The bits about you. The things that make you, you. But all those little things. So we're going to throw a sentence up here. And we're going to learn to cut and paste kids. But I think we're missing a little minor detail, which the grammar police are loving right now, and I can name a few. That little comma makes the difference between us cutting kids up and actually teaching them how to cut and paste. This little comma has so many different aspects within your life. Not just maybe your life within the church, but your life in general. All those little pieces that make you you. Are you kind? Or are you arrogant? Do you help others? Or are you quite selfish? All these different things that make up these components of who we are. Now in Luke 16 verse 10, it says that he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. So all those little things, the little things that you can be faithful in, if you're faithful in those, you're faithful in the big things. And he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. Now, in the Amplified, unjust is labelled as dishonest. So if we read it with that, he that is dishonest in the small things, you're dishonest in the big things. How easy is it for us to go, oh, it's just something little, she'll be right. And then that one thing becomes two things, becomes three things, and now it's affecting my whole life or walk. So it's important that these small things that we're faithful in, that we're doing them well. So who are you? What makes you, you? Are you known for the same things when you're with us in the fellowship than you are at work or school? At work or school or whatever it is that you do outside of here, are you comfortable enough to say and have enough courage to say to somebody, I can pray for you. My God can heal you. And then vice versa, can you bring the skills and the things that you're learning in life into the church and help one another? There are so many different things that people can do. We can't do them all, but together, it's those things. It's all those little details that when we come together as a collective is quite powerful. Our minds. I stole this off of Facebook, but I didn't like what was said, so I cropped that off. I'll chuck a scripture in there in a sec. But our minds are like iron, right? So our minds are quite strong. But depending on the environment, so these chains, I don't think I could break them. Now, depending, there's different strengths and whatnot, but in the wrong environment, these chains can actually devour themselves in rust. The environment that we're in with ourselves, if you're in with the wrong crowd, or if someone says something wrong or hard to you, that word doesn't necessarily hurt you, but what rattles around in your mind erodes and can rust and have dreadful effects on us. In Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpeneth iron, So a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. If you're in the right crowd, those chains will be clean because your friend knows what's going on. They know those small details. They're able to help you. But they're also there at the good times and the bad. For those details in your life when you need it. And you hear a lot about, have a positive mindset. You've got to think positive. Change actually takes action though. If you walk up to a pedestrian crossing and you want to walk and it's red, but I'm positive it's going to change. So I'm going to smile at it and it will change. Or will it stay red? Unless someone else walks up the other side of the road and you don't want to touch them because they're dirty. But unless you actually take that step and push the button, chances are that pedestrian crossing ain't going to go green. It takes action. The things that we need to change in our life take action. If there's something that you want to do in your life different, then you need to try. You need to pray. But it's that action of actually, I'm going to seek the Lord. I'm going to do something. These changes, these details in our life, and I'll leave it there. One of our discussion points after is around if you could change one detail in your life, what would you change? So we'll discuss that later. Thank you.